All right, bet we rolling. Appreciate everybody being on today. We have another edition of the Build series, bringing our good friend Ishmael Amir back for a new presentation, a new conversation. So, without further ado, I'll pass things over to you to get things started.
Thank you, Patrick. What's good, CME? Happy to see everybody. Most importantly, happy to see that we're all doing well, that we're healthy, that we're happy. I know 2020 was an interesting year, and we just been having some conversation that 2021 is the same. It's always new challenges, always new hurdles. But at the end of the day, I think we all know that life is good. So always grateful for the opportunity to Patrick, to Shane, to Albert, to Corey, to Bossman. To anyone else I may be missing, just always grateful for the opportunity to be able to come in and connect with all of you at the CME. I am going to go ahead and share or get this PowerPoint keynote back up. Just want to make sure that y'all can see it. But we're gonna have some fun today. Just have some conversation all around just the importance of development. That's kind of my go-to. I'll tell you a little bit about me in a moment, what I'm passionate about, who I am. And I know that we're going to have just an amazing opportunity to dialogue, fellowship, have some conversation, and I'm confident that you will leave inspired and connected and with tools as you continue along your journey. So give me just a second while I get this keynote back up. Cool. All right. I am going to ask that we do rely upon the chat. And Pat, if you don't mind, if you wouldn't mind being kind of our moderator in the chat. It's interactive, guys. It's designed to be interactive. I'm going to ask you questions. I would love for your participation, because your participation is what makes this worthwhile. Obviously, you're going to get some nuggets from me, but the true benefit is going to come from the dialogue and the things that we're able to gain from each other. But I do, just for sake of time, to make sure that we're all able to share, that we're able to manage time effectively, as well as get through our presentation today, I will ask that we utilize the chat feature for our comments, unless, I kind of explicitly open it up and ask for someone to jump in. And when that's the case, Pat, I'll ask you to kind of just keep an eye on the chat and just select people that are sharing insights or that want to jump on microphone. So,
Got you.
Cool. All right, a little bit about me. Once again, my name is Ismail Amir. I am 32 years old. I'm a husband. I met my wife, Brittany, when I went to Westchester. We met at Westchester back in 2008, long time ago. I'm a father. I have a 2-year-old son named Jace, who you can see on the screen here, and soon to have another one. Don't know what that one is yet, but my wife and I are expecting our second child in August. Super excited to figure out what that is. We can find that out next week. And right now, the minutes feel like hours. If you have kids and we're waiting for that appointment, the feeling of just that angst or that anxiety. I'm praying. So put some vibes out for me into the atmosphere that it's a girl. Exactly, without a doubt. That it is a girl, so that your boy can be done. Cool. I live in West Philly, close to St. Joe's. I work out in Ardmore at the Apple store there. I've actually been working for Apple for coming up on 10 years now. I'm a manager there, where I get to focus specifically on people, career development, achieving goals, and working towards putting plans in place to bring our ideas into fruition. So that is what I'm super passionate about. When I'm not logging those hours, those 40 hours, or if I'm not at home with the fam, I am a motivational speaker. I have the opportunity to do speaking engagements with all of you at the CME when the world is open. I've had the opportunity to come there a couple of times and do some events in person. And then I think this is my 3rd or 4th time having the opportunity to do virtual. And I also own my own motivational speaking company / clothing brand called I Am Legend. I'll post some links and share some links with you later on. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to be able to highlight and share with you all a little bit about who I am. And I'll go back and just intro. The topic or the title for today's workshop is entitled Grow. We're going to dive in and talk a lot about a recipe, a formula for grow. we all know that the path to success is filled with challenges and obstacles, and we all have been through it. We talked about 2020. We can highlight the challenges that were last year, but at the end of the day, we know that if it was easy, everybody would do it. I'm sure that we could all put our fingers upon some of the most challenging circumstances that we've experienced in our lives. And I think if we think critically enough about it, we can reflect and realize that it was actually for our benefit. So super excited for this opportunity. I just love being able to take the nuggets that I get upon my life's path and to be able to put them in what I like to call bite-sized chunks that we can easily write down, and then take on our life and reproduce and replicate that. So I will encourage each and every one of you. I hope you have a pen and paper handy, or I hope that you have your iPhone to take notes. Like I said, G.R.O.W is going to be a recipe that I'm going to give you that if you attain and if you dissect this information today and going forward, I promise you that you will be able to take this, replicate it along your path, and produce the results that you're aiming to produce. So what is the why? Why are we doing this? And we already touched upon it a little bit. It's to help us goal set. It's to help us also identify the hurdles more quickly along the path. I know that me personally, and I would imagine that you can all relate as well, sometimes I don't realize the hurdle that I'm up against until I've been up against it for a long time. When I'm just stuck against that hurdle, I feel like I've been beating my head, and I get to a point where I'm like, man, this ain't working no more. The purpose of this workshop, hopefully, is to allow you to be able to dissect and identify those hurdles a little bit sooner each time, so that time it takes for you to get over that hurdle slows or becomes less and less each time along. And then, of course, the most important piece is to be able to learn to identify what are the action steps that I can take along the way to get me to those goals to achieve that success. I can't see the chat, but I hope that we're using the chat. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a yes. Give me something in the chat if we understand what our purpose is and if we are feeling good and excited to dive in to our session today. I see you, Al. See Ty with the thumbs up. Shane, we in here. Alex, yes. Pat gave me the thumbs up on the screen. I see y'all. I love it. I appreciate y'all. I'm so grateful again for this opportunity. I'm so grateful for each and every one of y'all. Y'all's energy is my energy. So I appreciate the responses. I appreciate the energy in the chat because it gives me the energy that I need to know and to keep going for y'all. So let's get it. Without further ado, let's dive forward. So this is just a statement I just wanted to share. And I think I'm confident in saying that we all align and can all agree that we all have goals. We all have dreams, but how many of us know, in big caps, know how to make sure that they come true? I think that we all believe, right? And sometimes we believe more than other times, but I think that we all believe in our dreams. We all believe that we can make those dreams happen. But where we get stuck is like, yo, I know that I tried this thing once and it might have worked this time, but I may not have known exactly what it was that I tried, exactly how to reproduce and replicate those steps to continue to produce those outcomes of success each and every time. A lot of times I feel like personally in my life, I'm just throwing things at the wall and seeing what sticks, and some things work and some things don't. The things that stick, I'm like, all right, that's good, right? I know that stuck. I want to be able to do that some more, but how exactly did I do that? So that's the idea. That's the idea behind G.R.O.W. But before we dive in, I want to kick off with an icebreaker, and I want to just ask us a question. I want us all to take a second, use your notepad, use your pen and paper, use your iPhone, and I would love for you to just visualize for a minute. I'd love for you to just think to yourself, what does a relaxing day look like for you? When you have absolutely nothing to do, nothing on your docket, and you just get to chill, what does that look like? I want you to write it down from start to finish. I want you to put pen to paper around what does it look like, what's around you, who's around you, where are you? And I don't just mean like I'm at the crib. I mean like, where are you in the crib? You in the bed? You on the couch? I know for me, I got a spot downstairs on my couch. I got a sectional couch. And anybody that's got a sectional knows that that one end of the sectional has that long leg part where you can lay out and stretch out and just post up. For me, that's my comfy spot. That's where I'm relaxing at. I typically have some kind of bev in my hand, whether it be a brew, whether it be I love iced tea lemonade, Arnold Palmer, half and half. Sunflower seeds is my vice. Barbecue, David's barbecue sunflower seeds, posting up, chilling. If it's springtime, man, I'm going back a couple years now because this is back when the Phillies were good. I used to just chill and I could just sit and watch the Phillies got to be good though, because 9 hours is brutal when they ain't too good. Or if it's a Sixers game or an Eagles game with Buffalo wings, whatever it is, I want you to write it down. I want to know what that relaxing day looks like. Are you on the beach? Again, who's with you? So try those ranch joints. Al said. Al, I love them ranch joints too, bro. Those when you get to the bottom of the ranch and that extra ranch, bruh, yeah, I feel you. The nacho cheese joints as well. Pat lamping with my dogs. Throw it in the chat, y'all. Throw him in the chat. What's that relaxing day look like? Put it in there. Where you at? What you drinking? What you eating? Are you sleeping? Pull into the crib for dinner, Pat. Bro, anytime. I feel like we've been so busy, we ain't been on our cooking grind like we used to. You got to slide because anytime you come over, I feel like that's motivation for us to get our lives together and put something on. Sleeping in, Ty. I feel you. I feel that, Ty. Ty, what's that look like? How long we sleeping in? Where we at? We on the couch? You in the bed? Tom, you getting up? If you getting up, give me some more. Shane says, I have a fancy breakfast, hit a bookstore, grab a bourgeois, I'm going to say bourgeois, lunch, end the day with dinner at a jazz club, all with my partner. Fire. Shane, I don't know if you have this already, but I need you to start a video blog or something. I just get the vibe that you like the Fine Eats Bowl, you know all the spots, you know the Ducky bookstores. I need all of it. The world needs it. So
Listen, it's wild that you mentioned that because we're in the process of like personally onboarding like a content and social media manager because I'm not doing it, but we need to do it. So just giving that someone else that opportunity to flex their skills. So I receive it. It's gonna happen. And sooner probably rather than later. So thank you. I'm finally doing social media.
That's a conversation that I'd love to have for another day too. But absolutely, social media, it's a tool. It's a tool, and it sounds like you're getting ready to use that tool. That's what it's about. All right, what else we got in here? I got Ty says as long as humanly possible. Bro, I feel that in my spirit. I feel that. Baby Gabe sipping wine on a sunset, specifically white wine, looking at the garden. I probably made perfect cheese and bread, a game of chess with fresh air, the best meditation. Yo, let's go. Oh my goodness. Milton says, unrushed time for worship, unrushed time for complete workout, then everything that follows is good, including rest. Milton, I love it. That unrushed time for worship, got to get that spirit right, got to get that mind right, that body right with the workout piece. Love it. My man, Corey J. Corona, my lady. Okay, I know Corey J, so I think he means, there it is, a Corona and my lady. I thought for initially I was like, yo, you Corona COVID your lady? No, bull. Netflixing and my mom got the kids, just me and my lady, peace and quiet. Facts. Can't go wrong with a Corona with a lime. Love it. Money. Found a new red wine, Cabernet from Napa. Pat, you really changed, yo. You changed, bro.
It's the first red wine I ever liked. It was a real good drawing.
Yo, all right, cool. I love that. That was just a nice way to break the ice for us to just share and just vibe a little bit. There is nothing more rewarding than that day that you set aside, that you know that you have earned, you put the work in, and you earn that day to just relax and have it and spend it however you want. One more outside relaxing day, chilling out in the basement alone while the ladies are out shopping or visiting family, watching sports, movies, researching with a dark bev, suburban, music on the TV, the TV on mute, cooling out in my thoughts. Yo, I need somebody, Pat, do me a solid. I need you to like copy all of this chat right now, set it aside and send it to me, because y'all giving me some ideas and some vibes. I feel like these are all things I haven't had the opportunity to really set aside and do for a while, but I love it. So the why, right? I wanted to kick us off with this icebreaker, like I said, for us to have an opportunity to just vibe, to just share what we feel, to share how we love to spend our time. But it also ties perfectly into our topic, right? The title of the workshop is Grow. And if there's one thing that I know, and I think that we can all align on, is that growth or growing is typically the antithesis of comfort. Growth is uncomfortable. I remember, first of all, if y'all can see me on the screen, y'all can tell I ain't a gym rat. I ain't a husky bull, but I remember there was a period of my life where I was going semi-consistently. And my cousin is just he's like Bane. He's insane, just his size. And we were going to the gym and he had me lifting. And I remember getting to that 9th rep in the set. And y'all, if you've lifted, you know when you get to that 9th rep, your arms are shaking and you can't get that bar back up. And I remember him telling me like, yo, this right here, it's not those 1 through 9. It's this 10th rep that you can't get up. It's actually where the muscles are ripping. Your muscles are ripping, and that's actually how you build muscle. When those muscles rip and they have to heal back together, they stretch out, and that's how you get the gains. So if that ain't in a nutshell the fact that growth is uncomfortable, I don't know what else is. So I wanted to just give us a little bit of contrast. We got to recognize and appreciate what it means to be comfortable, and comfort is absolutely important. But we also know that as we're on this path to manifesting and achieving and bringing all of our dreams into fruition, we know that growth is uncomfortable. So, guys, it's an acronym. GROW is an acronym. So we're gonna kick off with the G. Again, just reiterating, I hope that you're writing notes. I want us, as we're going through this, as I'm facilitating or presenting to you, obviously I hope that you're writing down the steps along the acronym, but I also want to make sure that I am slowing down enough so that you can also put examples into place for yourself. So the G is for goal. And in simplest form, goal is, what do I want? What is it that I want to accomplish? I want you to, while we're doing this, I want you to write down, just pick an example, man. It could be something as, yo, I want to put on 5 pounds of muscle. I want to run a mile a day. I want to get an A in my stat class. I want to facilitate more sessions, more workshops for the CME or in general. I want to get my bachelor's. I want to start my video blog. Whatever it is, I want you to write down that goal, as simple as the goal is, or as far out as that goal is, as extensive as that goal may be. It's important. I want you to go ahead and write it out. And yeah, it's that. It's G is goal. What do I want? Pat says, I want to sell a home. Love it. I want to open a daycare. Keep them coming. You can throw them in the chat as you have them, team. I want to scale my business. I want to retire my wife. I want to get this simony.
It was supposed to be shmoney, but messed
facts.
It up. Ruined it.
Facts, just for talking. I want to be self-sufficient. I want to obtain my degree. I want to get my real estate license and work out more. I love it. It's right? Goal. What do I want? It's that simple. And quite honestly, group, this is what life is about, right? We all are on this earth. We have the ability, we have the freedom, we have the uniqueness to be able to set our heart, set our minds on, yo, what do I want? 7 figures, a couple acres. I want to write a book. I want to go fishing. I want to work for and work with my people. I want to lose 30 more pounds. CJ, you already down 25. Fire. Love it, y'all. So in our GROW model, our GROW acronym, the G is for goal. Write it down, make it plain, make it clear. Something for you to look up, which I'm sure you've heard of as well, but look up in your meantime to help you as you write your goal, to help you as you set your goal is the goal SMART? Our goals need to be SMART. That is another acronym. I don't mean intellectually smart. I mean specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. Those are the 5 classifications for my goal. The more specificity I can put behind it, I'll take Corey's goal, for example. I want to lose 30 more pounds. That's my specific goal. I want to lose 30 pounds, not just I want to lose weight, right? I want to lose weight isn't specific, but I want to lose 30 pounds is. M being measurable. How am I going to measure it? Well, I'm going to get my ass, on the scale once a week, every week. Is it attainable? It's absolutely attainable. How do I know it's attainable? Because other people have done it. And if I'm Corey J, I've already lost 25, so I know it's attainable. Is it relevant? Well, I would say so. I mean, to me, my goal for losing weight will be because I know that I'm not the size that I want to be. I know that I want to lose this weight so that I can be more agile, so that I can run more easily, so that I can chase my 2-year-old son and potentially, prayerfully, my soon-to-be daughter once she's running around. Is it time bound is the T. This might be the most important one. When am I going to achieve this goal by? Put a T on it. I'm going to do this by June. I'm going to do this by January of next year, whatever it is. Make your goals SMART. All right. We feel good about the G. We feel good about the goal, I would imagine. Checks in the mail. Make your own STEMI challenge. All right. The R stands for reality. Listen to me and listen closely, y'all. When I first came across this acronym for GROW, I use it at work, and I'm responsible for coaching and developing. I have about 20 employees that are on what's called my connection team. And it's my favorite part of my job. In addition to obviously leading and managing the sales floor and helping customers and all of that, I love what I get to do by having conversations with my employees. And this is why I love having the opportunity specifically to be able to connect with people that look like me. I don't get to do that at my job every single day. So what I'm passionate about is giving back and helping the people that look like you and me. And I'm setting this up to say, when I first came across this acronym, this R hit me so hard. This R, if I'm going to be completely honest, I believe that this R is the most important piece in this acronym. And I want you to write this down. There's 3 steps to breaking down the reality. I want you to reflect upon, write this down, what's working, right? As it relates to my goal, what's already working? What's my favorite part about chasing this goal? What is easy to me about chasing this goal? I need you to write it down. And again, group, I know that I've asked you to follow along and to write, right? To follow along and to write this goal out, to follow this GROW acronym while we're on this call. But I'll reiterate that it may take a while, right? The hour that we have, the 40 minutes that we have together may not be enough time for you to write all of this out and make it plain. But as long as you get this skeleton down, this is what I want you to get. What's working? Second piece, where am I getting stuck? What is the pieces or the piece to achieving this goal that's really getting in my way, that's giving me a headache, that's giving me anxiety, that has me beating my head against the wall? If I'm being honest, that has me ready to give up. And then, so that's 1, that's 2. What's working? Where am I getting stuck? And then here is the third piece. And if you were on the workshop the last time we had to get together, I think it was in February. This was the piece that stood out to all of us. And this is the third piece for this reality. It's this question: who has already done this thing that I want to do, or is currently doing that thing that is more experienced than me? And what do they have to say to me about where I'm at today? And let me tell you why this is important. I can sit here, or you can sit here all day long from the time we jump on this call to the end of our time, and you can write down what's working and what's getting stuck, where you're getting stuck. But what you can't do is you don't have the power of outside perspective. You don't have the wisdom of someone who's already done the thing that you want to do to be able to give you honest and real feedback. So as a part of your R, as a part of your reality, I need for you to get that outside perspective. What's working? Where am I getting stuck? And who has already done this thing, is already doing this thing that I can ask, yo, talk to me. Where am I at? What do you see that I'm doing well? And what do you see that I'm getting stuck at? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a yes if you feel me, if you're with me so far. Thumbs up coming in. Actually, I'm going to take it one further. For the goal that you've come up with, the goal that you've written down, or maybe the goal that you're thinking about in your head, I want you to throw a name/relation in the chat for who that individual is in your life that you've identified. Another common term, we call them a mentor. Who's that mentor as it relates to that goal? Go ahead and throw it in the chat. Shane, Ismail, Khalid, see you, Pat. Shane. Let's go, y'all. Keep throwing them in there. Let me know if you with me. Dr. Brandy, my pro fight Mike Will. Working out Dwayne Johnson. Yep, real estate. I actually wanted to be that guy myself. Yo, let me tell you something, baby Gabe. I love that, specifically because I use social media, but I've become and am continuing to become more and more strategic about how I use it. And there are people like Dwayne Johnson, people like Gary Vee, people like Eric Thomas or Inky Johnson that are professionals in the space that I'm trying to get into. And I encourage you to follow those individuals. They can be your mentors. They may not know they're your mentor, but they can be your mentor. Absolutely. Absolutely. Love it. Dwight McBee, Black Director of Patient Experience at Temple Hospital. Fire. I see you, Corey J. I see you. So that is the R. I'll have his job someday. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Big energy. All right, so we've covered the goal. We've covered the reality. Oh, what are my options? O stands for options. And this is one question. Write this down. I love this. I love this. I love this. Write this down. If anything were possible, what would I do? So I'm rewinding, going back. We've identified the goal. In our reality, we talked about what's working. And we talked about where I'm getting stuck. And we've also gotten advice from a mentor. We're listening to that mentor that's telling me what's working as well as where they see me getting stuck. But then I need you to open your brain, right? We're gonna brainstorm as it comes to options, and we're posing this question: if anything in this world were possible, what would I do? What could I do? to get closer to this goal. And you're going to write a list because you're going to come up with maybe 3, maybe 7, maybe 12, maybe 20 different options. I'll go back to the workout one. Yo, I'm going to, if anything were possible, I'd wake up at 5 a.m. and run 3 miles. Or I'd get out after my lunch break and I'd walk a mile. Or I'd cut out one meal a day and replace it with a salad, right? Just as many different options as you could come up with. Like I said, you might have 20, you might have 40. Pat, I see you in there, you're like, I ain't eating that salad. And you're right, I ain't eating that salad. Although I can do a Caesar salad. But feel me when I tell you the purpose of this options, right, is I'm going to come up with this list. And this list might, like I said, it might be 20 items long. But I'm going to rank the list. Once I write it and I come up with those options, I'm then going to go from what is the most, so what I'm looking for, the most feasible, the most realistic, right? The easiest thing that I can do, all the way down to, again, what's most difficult. And I know I'm not going to eat a salad. I know I ain't going to eat the salad. Me personally also know I ain't about to get up at 5 a.m. and run 3 miles, right? I know those aren't realistic, but they're possible. They're possible. If anything were possible, they're on this list. But at the top, I might have put, all right, I'm going to walk a mile after my lunch break when I would normally just sit down at the desk and surf the internet. I'm writing them all out. Those are my options. And then we move on to our W, the last one. What will I do? I've got a list. I've got 20 options now. I've got 20 things that I wasn't doing before. I can pick one and say, I will do this. I could pick 3. I could pick 5. I encourage you, obviously, I need you to be realistic. You know what you're going to do. You know what you're not going to do. But I can assure you that you can commit to one. I will do one thing that I was not doing. So I want to just bring it back and make it plain and put it up here to give you the acronym again. Grow. What is my goal? What is my current reality? What are my options to move forward? And which will I commit to? Milton, I see you. The options list guards us from despair when one doesn't immediately succeed. Somebody, or Milton, somebody expand upon that. Tell me what that means. Milton, jump in for me, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sometimes what can happen, just a human thing, if you only have your focus on one option, and if that doesn't immediately produce dividends, you can feel like deflated a little bit. But if you take that time to create some options in the first place, you know, you're not totally dependent on one working out. That doesn't mean you don't continue to work through that. But at the same time, you feel like, hey, there's another outlet for me to attain this goal as well.
Yeah, I love it. Powerfully put. It's Ty says it's something to remind you what your goals are when you lose sight of them. Whew. Yes. I think that this has been just on my mind a lot recently, where I think that we, at least myself and far too often, a lot of us, I think that we get way too focused on our sight what we see directly in front of us. And I've said this before, and I continue to say it, everything is mental. So when I say our sight, I mean in our mind's eye of, I'm only seeing that barrier. I'm only seeing where I get stuck. That's why I'm feeling frustrated. That's why I'm feeling uninspired. That's why I'm feeling like decommitting or giving up. And we focus so much on our sight, on what's directly in front of us, that hurdle, that we lose sight on what the vision is. And I need for us to practice focusing on our vision as opposed to focusing on our sight. Our vision is that grandiose plan, that goal that the big man has put in our heart. We know we want that thing down the line, but we're so focused on our sight, on what's directly in front of us. So it's something to remind us of what our vision actually is, even when we cannot visualize them in our minds. Love it. So I would love at this point just to open it up. I have a couple more things, specifically just a video that I want to share with y'all, some inspiration. And then I'll leave y'all with my contact info in a minute. But I just want to open it up to the floor. If anybody wants to jump in and just give me something that you took away from this acronym, from G.R.O.W, or just from the questions that we posed along the way. What will we take from today?
For me, this conversation was right on time. And I would say that just because I feel like we talk about the uncomfort all of the time. We talk about being uncomfortable so much where I feel like it might be even hard to recognize when you are uncomfortable, because you could spend a lot of time being uncomfortable. But I feel like where I'm at in life right now, I'm starting to do some of the things that I wanted to do, and I don't feel like I'm good at it yet. And I'll be like, damn, this is nutty. F it. But I'm like, oh, shoot, this is that process of me being uncomfortable, because I'm not as bad as I think I am. That's just me being in my head. But to like realize that I'm just hitting those walls of just, I'm pressing that wall of like getting better. So I'm like, oh, that's where I'm at. Bet we straight. Let me just keep moving forward, because I'm going to get where I need to go. So this conversation was right on time.
Yo, I love that. I love that. We get so caught up getting stuck, right, or getting frustrated by where we're at in the process, that sometimes we fail to lose sight that, like, oh snap, I'm 2 steps ahead of where I was 2 months ago. I need to recognize and celebrate the fact that I'm 2 steps ahead of where I was last month ago. But we get so stuck, like you said, we get so caught up getting stuck. I love that. I love that. Who else?
I posted it in the chat, but sorry.
People can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, there we go. I'm sorry, I was on mute. I apologize. No, just like Pat said, I was right on time. I'm on this weight loss journey right now. Trying to lose weight. I was 290 pounds, or 283 pounds, and I was trying to lose weight recently. So right now it's just like having a goal is like having an idea. You got to feed it. And a lot of times, too, you get discouraged when you're not seeing results and stuff like that. But I think you got to have faith sometimes. The phrase faith can move mountains is a big thing to me. And like I said, also just like you want to look or be like somebody. So I know a big thing for me is like I just want to have a better body. So like I've been following people on Instagram, fitness people, just to be healthier. And I got a baby on the way. So it's just like, for me, it's just seeing that goal and just sometimes writing it down. Like I have a calendar in my kitchen. I'm just saying like, yo, work out today. Work out for a half hour. And when you see that goal every day, it's kind of like you manifested it. Then it's like me trying to buy a house. I'm putting pictures up to see what the house that I want to look like is. So things like that. So, I mean, like I said, when you're trying to grow, growth isn't easy. Change isn't easy. But, I mean, like I said, once you put those things into action and you start seeing results, and sometimes you won't see them right away, I mean, like I said, you just got to keep at it. So I know a big thing, too, I saw a phrase is somebody was telling to motivate somebody like, hey, do you see this Are you feeling discouraged? You feel like you're not getting results? It was like, remember, the last thing to grow on a fruit tree is the fruit. So things like that, I think, are a big thing.
Big facts.
I know Ty was about to say something, but Corey, I'm glad you said that too, because so we started going to the gym at 7 a.m. So every time I get in the crib, shirt right off. I'm in the mirror, like, all right. I'm like, dang, all right. So I'm expecting to come in the crib looking like Debo, and I'm like, bro, like you just started working out 2 hours ago. Like, just keep at it, be consistent, like chill. So like just that, like not looking for immediate results is something that's good to hear as well.
Mm.
Definitely.
I was.
But I think I don't know if Ty wanted to. I could read Ty's message that he put in the chat. I don't know if he wanted to say it.
I mean, I can just like go a little bit more in depth with it.
Please.
I was just gonna say, like, for me, it was kind of realizing that you can set like sort of softer goals, like not an exact timeline of, okay, by this point I need to be here, but kind of be like, yeah, I want to know that I've improved by this point. Like 2 months from now, I want to see a noticeable improvement in what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I love that. You know, for me, Ty, I think sometimes I don't set soft enough or any soft goals. So if I don't achieve that hard goal, I'm in my head and I'm just like, oh man, I didn't do it. I've time to give up. I failed this, that, and the third. And it's important to recognize it like, yo, first of all, yeah, my goal was 15 pounds, but I lost 13. And it's important to recognize and to celebrate that still, right? Celebrate the wins because all wins matter. All of those wins matter along the way.
I know for me, going back to the soft goal, because Ty is wise beyond his years. I didn't learn that I needed to like set soft goals until I felt like really bad about like not being super productive. So every week in my journal, I have a section where I detail what I need to keep, where I need to improve, what I need to stop, what I need to pray for, the things that I learned about me. They could be good or bad. The things I learned about my wife, because that's important. Like
those are all good though, Shane.
Right, right.
No bad things there. Go ahead.
Any books that I've read, any clients I've helped, and then the areas that I fall the shortest in are around like meditations and workouts, right? So just constantly writing down like, all right, 0 out of 5. Maybe I get 2 out of 5 another week, or kind of setting that intention has helped me a lot because I feel a lot more centered and calm, knowing that I'm working, right? Like I can look back a few months ago and be like, oh wow, did I stop the thing that I said I needed to stop, or is that persisting? So
I love that. I love that, Shane. Gabe.
Yeah, man. Shane, I'm gonna take that perspective of writing things down because that's what I lack.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's yours.
Yeah, man. I'm taking that. I need to do that more. I think it does help. Actually, I think this is good timing for the G.R.O.W because I actually do have, for those who do real estate, I have the 30-hour test exam today on 4:00, which is the fundamental, and then I do the practice for the 45-hour next week. And I failed the test already. I failed it, last week. So I think I didn't give up. I just studied harder, and I think just being humble and being persistent and keeping it up until I get it. And actually, when I failed it, I kind of got hunger. I got more hungry for it. I think sometimes having that chip on the shoulder is a positive thing. I think that's something that, it just tells you to get up and keep going. And learning from you guys. I mean, I'm grateful to be in CME and learning how to elevate my game. Taking in, soaking in everything that you guys spit. I'm just like, yeah, this is something that it's beneficial. So I'm blessed, man. Blessed to even hear this today. So appreciate that.
Gabe, thank you for that share. Congratulations in advance on your path as it relates to your upcoming exam and just everything that you're getting ready to accomplish in the world of real estate. Congratulations in advance, my guy. All right, y'all. I want to move forward. I'm going to play a quick video. I'm only gonna play about 2.5 minutes of it, and it's my guy Eric Thomas. Hopefully, You've heard of him. He is considered the #1 motivational speaker in the world for now, because I'm putting it, and I've been saying this for a while now, I am going to be more renowned and more successful than the #1 motivational speaker in the world. But this is who I look to right now when I'm looking for inspiration, for motivation. And this is perhaps his, not perhaps, it is his most famous video. And it's around when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe. We'll watch that because I just wanted to leave y'all with some of that. And then I'll give y'all my contact information and I'll let y'all go on and be great and get about your day. All right.
Hello?
Yep.
So if you want to make,
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so after that, can I share my stuff? Because I was, yeah. So.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead now.
Okay. Yeah, so in terms of the weight loss thing that one of the people were talking about, I really, I could relate to that because there was a time where I didn't think I thought losing weight for me was hard, and it was. You know, there was a time when I weighed, I think it was 274 pounds, right? And now, you know, I've been going on runs. I've been on a diet, you know, just watching what I eat and just doing a bunch of stuff, you know, going to the gym. So now I weigh 205 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's dope, Chris.
Yeah.
Wow. Chris, thank you for that share. That is, that's a testimony, right? That's exactly what we're talking about. The purpose of goal setting and just being confident and being committed to the process. So Chris, I appreciate you and I thank you for sharing that. I'm gonna go ahead and
figures, you can't just be talking about you want to make 6 figures. You hear what I'm saying to you tonight? If you do the 3 things I tell you to do tonight, I guarantee you, whatever it is you want to do in life, you'll be able to do. You will be able to accomplish whatever you want to academically, financially, relationally, whatever. So 3 things. All right, I'm going to tell you the story. I got to get out of here. And the story is about, you guys have probably heard about this before. It was a young man who, you know, he wanted to make a lot of money. And so he went to this guru, right? And he told the guru, you know, I want to be on the same level you are. And so the guru said, if you want to be on the same level I'm on, I'll meet you tomorrow at the beach at 4 a.m. He liked the beach. I said, I want to make money. I don't want to swim. Guru said, if you want to make money, I'll meet you tomorrow, 4 a.m. So the young man got there at 4 a.m. He all ready to rock and roll, got on the suit. He should have wore shorts. The old man grabs his hand and said, how bad do you want to be successful? He said, real bad. He said, walk on out in the water. So he walks out into the water. Watch this. When he walks out into the water, it goes waist deep. So he like, this guy crazy. Adrian, he like, I want to make money. He got me out here swimming. I didn't ask to be a lifeguard. I want to make money. He got me in. So he said, come out a little further. Walked out a little further. Then he had it right around this area, the shoulder area. So this old man crazy. He making money, but he crazy. Said, come on out a little further. Came out a little further. It was right at his mouth. My man like, I'm about to go back in here. This God is mine. So the old man said, I thought you said you wanted to be successful. He said, I do. He said, walk a little further. He came, dropped his head in, held him down, hold him down. My man getting scratching, holding him down. I got you. I know you brushed it out, but I got you. He had him held down. I need you for an illustration. He had him held down. Just before my man was about to pass out, he raised him up. He said, I got a question for you. Somebody answered the question for me. He said, when you were underwater, what did you want to do? Lee, I'm looking for a different word, though, than live. What's that word? He said, I wanted to breathe. He told the guy, he said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. I don't know how many of y'all got asthma in here today, but if you ever had an asthma attack before, you short of breath, SOB, shortness of breath, you wheezing. The only thing you trying to do is get some air. You don't care about no basketball game. You don't care what's on TV. You don't care about nobody calling you. You don't care about a party. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. That's it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you.
So I just wanted to leave y'all with that. I wanted to give y'all that. It's something about that video that it really does. It just gets me in a space. And I can't help but just identify or focus on my breathing when I'm watching that video. And I realize how much we take breathing for granted. And when you focus on your breath, when you focus on your breathing, and you can begin to associate the fact that, yo, if I can put as much energy and as much effort and as much passion into wanting to achieve this goal or this thing that I say that I want to achieve, more than I want to breathe. You ever held your breath or you ever been held underwater? Y'all know what it feels like he talked about, that shortness of breath. You focus on these goals. You focus on your mindset. You focus on your ambitions. You focus on your growth. As bad as you want to breathe, then you will be successful. Got a quote for y'all as well. And it is the great one, KB24, the Black Mamba. And he said, pain doesn't tell you when you ought to stop. Pain is the little voice in your head that tries to hold you back because it knows if you continue, you will change. RIP to the Mamba. So y'all, this is my contact info. Please, please, please do not hesitate. In fact, I want for you to reach out to me. A couple different ways for you to reach out. My email is up there, iamspeaks23@gmail.com. My phone number, you can shoot me a text, 267-280-2884. My website, I told you that I have my clothing brand as well. This is the website to my clothing brand. You see pictures here of some of the merch for the brand I Am. Instagram, you can follow me at IamLegend0123 for daily doses of motivation. And you can follow the clothing page to see what's coming, what's dropping, what's releasing. IAM_be different. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. It is an honor and a privilege. I'm truly humbled every time that I get an invite back to connect with y'all at the CME. I love y'all. Thank y'all for having me. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. I'll hand it back over to Pat and the fellas.
Appreciate you.